Abrams, Plasticrete, Seashellter, and all that is that. Um, where am I going with this? Yeah, welcome to the latest episode of the Seashellter podcast. Um, Never made that connection of a pod and a podcast till now. Wow, Pete. So I am visiting my daughter. We're here in Amsterdam, and I have to. I feel obligated to kind of show up once a month, approximately every 29 days, I guess would be more accurate, and just sort of check in on where I'm at with the project of creating these pods from thermoplastic film waste. When we last left our hero, he had just purchased a 4-ton um, hot box. It's used in the asphalt industry. My boy Matt came up and delivered it from way upstate New York to just kind of upstate New York. Really nice of him. Ivan is working on it next week to get it to actually function. It's a propane hot box that will be able to heat 4 tons of sand. Probably only going to put 2.5 in because I think 4 tons is going to be overkill. So it's a infrared propane heater that heats from the bottom. I'll try to throw some pictures that I have in, some videos that I shot if anybody's interested. Is anybody there? I don't see anybody there. Oh, sad. Um, but so that's where I'm at with that. So I'm eventually hoping to get away from this sort of very small modeling off of a propane grill and go into a larger scale. The idea is that I'll have this repository of sand that has been brought up to temperature, just warmed. I mean, very, very hot. If you fell into it, you would definitely know. Um, but it's about the same temperature that you would make a pie at. So nothing ridiculously hot. And what I do is I take this sand and I encase a form that I've wrapped with many, many layers of this thin thermoplastic film and create these. What happens is the heat from the sand in, penetrates the form and the all these many, many layers of plastic kind of soften and kind of stick to each other, and the sand is up there kind of pushing down on them, and it kind of condenses and the sand gets encrusted into it, and then basically you pull it out and most of the sand falls away and some of it is left holding the bag, so to speak. um, and you can wrap it again, and if you want a thicker crust, so you're only going to get about that thick maximum on the first pass at this point. Again, this only works with film. It won't work with plastic bottles or anything sheet thickness. It needs to use that high surface area so that the treat transfer will occur. Natalie has joined the chat. What does Natalie have to say? I can't see. What is Natalie asking?
I have a question in the
Oh,
back.
yes.
Well, I honestly just joined, so I may have missed what you were just talking about.
Yes.
But I am wondering.
Well, thank you for joining the chat, Natalie. Appreciate you becoming part of the process.
I'm sorry, my question will come back to me. I lost my train of thought.
Okay. Do you have a question while your train's going running?
You can just keep going, and then my questions will come.
Okay. So a lot of it is to try to create these pods. And it's a pod of one's own. It's a way. It's many, many things, and I'll try to sort of not get too scattered. But the basic concept is that we have the capacity to create these structures that one person or a couple or a family or whatever. But the basic concept is that an individual will have the ability to close off the world, create this cocoon, if you will, um, and be able to lie down and feel safe, to sleep, to have a place to scroll, to meditate, to just be. Um, and the cell by itself is just a single cell, and the idea is that they're actually by itself, it doesn't really work. It needs to be connected to other cells.
I have a question.
You got it, go.
So what's your plan for like the public common area so that, you
Okay.
know?
So the way this structure is organized is this sort of, it's called a torus. It's basically a donut. Um, it's a round pyramidal donut that is terraced as it goes out. But the cells make up the walls of this pyramid or donut or whatever. So the thickness of the wall is actually a room. Then they're anyway from, just large enough for one person to lie down to the size of an RV. Um, and and it comes and it makes a circle. And as it makes a circle, it also makes inside the circle a horizontal area. And inside that horizontal area, there's a circle again. So the concept is that there's a cave, an individual cave for someone to look out into the world and look into the circle. And once you're in the circle, you have a cave, and then there's a common area. So there's a whole ring where the cave goes into, and then there's a core there's a circle made by it. Is that any clearer?
Yeah, I love that idea. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else have questions? Anybody there? Anybody out there? I see a little purple mark. Hello. Someone says hello. Is that you?
That was a man.
Who says hello? Hello. Um, and the basic concept is that you would be able to create very low cost shelter, and also at the same time create a community with this shelter, as it's sort of inherent in the design. Not every single cell is going to be occupied by a person. There'll be other shared utilities, bathrooms, kitchens, social areas, storage, food production. All these other cells are utilized in that regard. Okay, we're getting into 7 minute mark. I think we're good. Anything else? Got anybody other questions?
Why is it only 7 minutes long?
Well, I don't want to bore these people to tears. I mean, it's not like I'm building a biophilic floating ecosystem that will house the entire population of the planet. No, not that many people. But there is an enormous amount. So it's basically taking these enormous quantities of very valuable but underutilized polymers. Single-use plastic film is very prevalent, and its usage is only increasing. And after its single use, it is thrown away. And I would like to utilize these polymers. So a lot of what I use is agricultural film, which is too dirty to really be recycled efficiently. So what they do is they either bury it on the farm, they burn it on the farm, or they'll drag it off to be shipped somewhere else. But at this stage, this film is just not economically feasible. It's even at these oil prices, it's cheaper to use virgin material. Um, and to say there's this enormous quantity of feedstock. What can we do with it? Well, there's enormous quantity of sand as well, and it can utilize basically a lot of types of granular substance, long as it can maintain being heated, and doesn't lose structural integrity. So beach sand, anything that's got a kind of a porous face, on a microscopic level. Like I've taken safety glass And that doesn't stick because it's all very shiny and slick, and there's nothing for the plastic to grab onto. So as a granular element, it needs to have some sort of porosity. What do we got? Someone say something? I see somebody. No questions. Thank you. No questions. Welcome to the chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Anything else? Questions? 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 Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I'm sure. Okay, there we go.
What, do you have another one?